good afternoon, good evening, and definitely not good night. This is HFLE for all of we here again with your HFLE class for today. I am Donna Tulcox, and with me we have
Patricia Vouch.
I'm Margaret Grant.
And we are guidance counselors with the Barbados Association of Guidance Counselors. And we are here because we care. We want to make sure that you're having your HFLE classes. And today, we are going to be speaking about motivation. That's right, motivation. That's that lovely word that describes how we feel and how that feeling is going to help us to get things done. When somebody is highly motivated, they don't have to be constantly having people tell them, get up and do it, get up and do this, get up and do that, finish your task. But if you are not motivated, then you're going to have people supposedly nagging you. You will feel as though you're being nagged. You will have people constantly telling you, get up, get this done, do this, get your homework, go on to your class, open up your computer, do your G Suite, okay? And we're here today to help you get motivated and stay motivated, especially so you can get your online classes and work done. Remember, we are still at school. Our school may have changed, but we are still at school, and you are still a student, and students still need to learn. So, without any further ado, we're going to jump right into motivation. And how do I know that some of you are lacking motivation? I will tell you. Ask yourself, some of you, only those of you who know who you are, okay? When was the last time you actually had a bath? And I don't mean those of you who are living in a parish that's having a problem with water, you know. Because even those of you who live in those parishes, you still know how to hold a fresh. But there's some people that don't feel to bathe. They don't feel to go to sleep on time. They don't feel to wake up. They don't feel to get out of bed. And they're not necessarily sad or depressed. They just say, what's the point? What's the purpose? I can just lie there around and do nothing. I can just put my feet up and do nothing. I have something to do, but I can get it done later. I don't have to do it now. What's the point? Those are the people we are talking to about motivation, especially. All right? So those are some of the students and some of the young people I know have had challenges with motivation in those particular areas. Just don't feel like it. For no reason, just don't feel like it. Don't have the motivation. Don't have that get up and go to get up and do. All right? So we have with us today Miss Pat and Ms. Margaret from the association, and they too have people that they know who lack motivation as well. So if we can hear from you now about how some of them may show that they're not having this motivation.
Well, Donna, I was thinking too when you were talking and you made the introduction that there need to be a reason and there need to be a purpose for individuals to be motivated. And if you as students don't believe that there's a reason or there's a purpose, then you are not going to take action, or you're not going to make a decision in your mind that I need to get up and I need to go. I believe that some of you are still thinking that you are on vacation because you are not in the physical school or you're not in the physical classroom. You do not physically see your teachers to say, good morning, sir, good morning, ma'am. You are not getting to get out of your house to be in the school compound. And I know for in most cases, or if not all cases, you're not there for 8 o'clock or 8:15 or 8:30 to assemble, whether it is full assembly or year prayers or gender prayers or the classroom assembly. So because the structure is not there, then the motivation or the reason or the purpose for being there has diminished. So those few ideas that I threw out there are what are causing you not to be motivated. You are not called upon, as it were, to get up, get ready, go to the school physically, and get active. So that is my take to start.
And to continue from where Pat has left off, students, you might need to build some structure and some organization, because if you do not see how it's going to help you, well, then you'll do nothing. And therefore, you must, if you look at the situation as it is right now, how am I going to spend this day? Ask yourself some questions. How am I going to spend this day? What do I want to get out of this day? And you have a schedule, then you are able to work towards completing certain tasks, work towards achieving something. So I do agree with Pat that you must have a reason for doing it. If you don't have a reason for doing it, well, then nothing will be done. I know for a fact that many students are motivated to eat the house down. And that is one thing that parents have to demotivate them from doing. And therefore, yes, we know that you're motivated to eat. And I know that for some of you, if you were to put on those same school clothes from last term, for some of you, they can't fit. Buttons are popping off. Buttons can't meet. And you can see from that you might now have to be motivated to lose some weight, lose some fat that you have gained. So look at yourself, ask yourself, what have I been doing with my life for the last 6-7 weeks? What have I achieved? And what can I achieve? And then start working towards achieving something, even if you use baby steps. And every day, you should achieve something different.
So Margaret, you're actually saying that in order for someone to get motivated, they need to have a goal.
Yeah.
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so one of the goals then, Donna and Margaret, is look, if you do not get up and be a part of your virtual classroom, there are going to be gaps in your education.
Exactly.
And you do not want those gaps, then you have to play catch up. And you're going to have to do some extra work. So because you want to be on top of your game, or you want to be on par with the students, you want to maintain the level of your academics, the level of your social interaction, your skills that you need to acquire, then that need to be, or that can be one of your motivation. You want to retain the standing, you want to retain the level of academic knowledge or achievement that you have been doing, or if you were not doing it before. The fact is that when you attend your virtual classroom, you are being instructed, or you are maintaining that academic status, the academic level, the knowledge and skills and abilities that you want to maintain, so that when school resumes, and school will resume, that you do not have to play catch up.
And being motivated calls for strength, inner strength, because the general flow might be, you might be hearing from other students that they're not attending class or they don't feel like it, but this is where now your inner strength and your inner desires, your inner motivation, you must be inwardly motivated to do something for yourself, because there's a lot of negative peer pressure out there. So if you hear some of your friends are saying, I'm not going to any virtual classroom, those are too early for me. Or some children might find that because the teacher is not there present in the class, and the teacher has set work for them to do, some of them might not feel to do it. And therefore you might find that time management goes down the drain. Then your work accumulates because you start now to get into this habit of procrastinating. So really and truly, if you're not motivated, it can have so many negative effects on you, and therefore it can hinder your progress. You must recognize that when it comes to the schoolwork that you're doing now in the virtual classroom, it is really building the foundation for what you're going to be doing next term.
So Margaret, what I'm also hearing is that being motivated is, yes, part of it is about what you want to do, but the other major part is recognizing what it is that you need to get done.
Correct.
Okay?
Correct, yeah.
And when it comes to building skills, especially at this time, there is a need. As a student, you need to be able to meet certain standards and competencies. And yes, I said the word, a big word, competencies. You need to be able to get things done. Be, another big word for you, proficient in getting these things done. So you need to get the standards, you need to be able to know how to do these things.
And the thing is too, what would happen now is that the life skills that you would have been taught in the HFLE classes during the last few terms or years, you would now be putting into practice. Decision making, goal setting,
Exactly.
self-awareness. What do I really want? Who really am I? Where am I going? Yeah, what kind of goals do I want to achieve in this time?
What do I need to get there?
And exactly, and
Yes.
therefore when it comes to motivation, all of these other life skills are going to come into play. So,
Exactly.
and eventually it will help you to be a wholesome person, a rounded person. So get with the program, please.
So in the few minutes we have left, because we only have a few minutes, let us look briefly at a few ways that you could actually get motivated to do the things that you have to do. Margaret had mentioned before, and Pat had mentioned before too, about setting goals. All right? I'm going to throw out one here now about having an accountability buddy. That means another person who also needs to have some motivation to get their things done. So if you team up with a friend virtually and share a goal, keep it simple. What is it that you need to get done? Let them know what you need to do, and let them also know when you need to have it done by. And that way, they're going to keep asking you, have you accomplished it yet? Have you done it? And likewise, let them tell you the same thing. So now, the two of you are helping each other to stay motivated to accomplish a goal.
So then, Donna, we have the internal motivation and there is the external motivation, because you have the buddy and you may have your parents, you have your teachers or your family members that are going to help you to keep focus, to be motivated. Now, I just want to share too briefly, because I know in my community there are lots of little children, and I miss them during the day because they are out on evenings after school finishes. And I believe that one of the motivational factors is that when they finish school, the parents have told them, you can go outside and you can play and you can ride your go-karts. There seems to be a competition going on in my community with these go-karts. Mind you, they're a bit noisy, but I find that the children, as soon as it seems to be the end of the school day, they are out in their numbers and they're excited and they're using those go-karts and they're talking with each other and so on. So that in itself is a motivation. After the work of the virtual classroom, then we get to play, then we get to as it were, be with our friends, but maintaining the social distancing nevertheless.
And the thing is, so motivation, we don't have to look at motivation only in terms of schoolwork. You can look at the family. The family is together now. What are some things we can do as a family? What are some things that we can do differently? What are some new things that we can incorporate in this family life? And therefore, together, you can sit and really just plan, throw ideas, brainstorm, and then start on one project. And together as a family now, you might find that one person helps the other and the strength grows like that. And then by collaborating and communicating, goals are achieved.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, ladies. Now, we have a special little segment for you. The students of the Allen School Pop Band, they created a motivational tips video, and it was shared with us, with their guidance counselor, Ms. Kim Lynch. And we want to say thank you very much for sharing this with us. We thought it would be so good so that you, the students, can hear from other students on tips that will motivate you. So we're going to play that now, and here we go.
Hello everyone, I am Shamwait, the head boy of the Allen School. I am also a member of the Allen School Pop Band. The Allen School Pop Band will be sharing some important guidelines on your academic studies at home and your safety at home, especially in this pandemic we face together.
I pray that everyone is staying safe and adhering to all the protocols, like washing your hands and staying indoors. And if you have to leave home, remember to keep your social distance. At this time, I encourage you to stay focused on an exam preparation. I know it may be difficult, and at times you may not feel like studying, but remember that feelings have no intelligence. Extra studying at this stage is a must. We all need to be our brother's keeper and help each other where possible, when we're living by the words, aliis not civi, for others, not self.
Don't be frustrated with technology. It is as simple as our social media handles. Every function we wish to execute has a button. Make sure to read the pages correctly so you can execute each function properly. Once you have done that and are still facing challenges, you can email the subject teacher or your form teacher for assistance.
I know some students may have siblings or cousins or other family relatives who you may have to share a single device with, and it can hinder you from doing your online work. However, I encourage you to discuss with a parent or a guardian the situation so that they can help find a solution so that you can further your educational process. And if there is someone that's older than you in the family, ask for their help and their guidance if there is something that you do not understand about your work.
No Wi-Fi? No problem. Ask a neighbor or a friend if they'll be willing to assist you by allowing you to use their internet connection to complete assignments. Don't be ashamed by this request. People are usually willing to help those who are in need.
Yes, your home situation may not be ideal for studying, but sadly these are the cards we are dealt at this moment. Don't be discouraged by your situation, but rather flip it to motivate you to overcome that situation so that you can provide the situation you desire for your family in the future. Education is the key to upward mobility. Utilize it and be motivated by it.
Wasn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It was fantastic. I really hope that you all were able to take away things from that for you from people just like you. Normally we end off with takeaways, but I think that we're going to end with that.
Correct.
And the challenge. I challenge you to find one person who you can motivate to complete a task. All right? You don't even have to let us know who it is. I just challenge you to do it. If everybody motivates one person, we will all get through this with flying colors at the end. All right? So until next time, remember, HFLE
For all
the way. And we're here because we care. Take care. Stay safe. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.